Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Guys, the United States is closing its doors again. In a move that echoes some of the most controversial chapters of his second term, President Donald Trump has signed a sweeping proclamation banning travel from a dozen countries. The decision, made official under the South Lawn's glittering summer lights, was framed as a national security measure, but its impact is global, far reaching, and deeply political. 12 nations now face full travel bans: Afghanistan, Myanmar, Iran, Libya, Somalia, Sudan. The list reads like a map of geopolitical fault lines. Countries mired in conflict, hardship, or diplomatic distance from Washington. Another seven will see the partial restrictions, and just like that, borders tighten, papers expire, dreams collapse. So, what does sparked it? According to White House officials, it was the anti Semitic attack in Boulder, Colorado, a tragedy that horrified the nation and accelerated a decision already waiting in the wings. Trump, they say, had been weighing the policy for the weeks. Sunday's violence pushed it to the back of the stack. The official language of the proclamation speaks of waiting gaps, visa overstays, and nations that fail to share threat data. The messaging is firm, even severe. In a video released shortly after signing, Trump said that more countries could be added if the new threats emerge around the world. There was no apology, no ambiguity. This was not a warning, it was a promise. Supporters say this is the leadership. The Trump is restoring strength, clarity, and order to an immigration system overrun by risk. They say these are common sense controls for a dangerous world. But critics see something very different. Veteran groups working to resettle Afghan allies call it as a betrayal. Human rights organizations call it a return to fear based governance, and international leaders like those in Venezuela are going even further, calling the United States a danger to its own allies. The Biden administration once erased a similar travel ban, a ban targeting majority Muslim nations that sparked outrage and legal battles around the country. Today's move recursed the political ghost but on a grandiose scale. This time it doesn't just target the Muslims, it targeted failed states, fragile democracies, and citizens trapped by war or oppression. And this time, the court of public opinion is more divided than ever. The proclamation takes effect from June 9th and 12 am. After that, many doors will close, perhaps for years. But the ripple effects begin now. Immigration attorneys are bracing for calls, refugee groups are scrambling to adjust, and American foreign policy already stretched across crises in Gaza, Ukraine, and the Pacific just added another fault line. Trump says this is about keeping Americans safe, but safety, as always, is a matter of perspective. Is a country safer when it shuts out desperate families, when it punishes nations for poor infrastructure or politics beyond their control? Or is safety just another word in the arsenal of populist power, used to justify whatever comes next? And make no mistake, something else is coming next. This is not just a proclamation, it's a political signal. Trump is building the narrative for his second term, one where the US is more closed, more cautious, and more confrontational. One where border walls are digital, legal, and bureaucratic, and where who you are matters just as much where you are from. So now, guys, for the core challenges, for the diplomatic fallout, for the human stories of heartbreak that always follow when policy becomes personal. But most of all, we wait to see what kind of country America is becoming. Not in the language of briefings or television speeches, but in the lives of those it turns away. This isn't just about the passport and visas, it's about the values. And that's where we leave you tonight. So, guys, if you found this analysis insightful, make sure to share your thoughts in the comments. This conversation is far from over. Subscribe for more updates as we continue to unpack the truth behind policy and what it really means for people on both sides of the line. So, guys, I'm Lakhan Tanwani. Stay informed, stay cautioning, and stay human. And I will see you in the next video.